You guys, traffic is insane. With everyone trying to buy like Christmas gifts, I guess. It's taking me like 10 minutes to just exit this parking lot. It also took me like 15 minutes to get inside this parking lot. We didn't buy any Christmas gifts, but we definitely did some damage. I'll show you guys what I got later. Hey guys. Yeah, so we are at her favorite restaurant, which is why she is crying, but she has already been fed. I'm the one that didn't even eat anything yet. The sun is going to set, so I feel like it's gonna be like too late by the time we're done. So I'm gonna quickly show you guys what I got today. So I finally went to Alo to return those items. I actually got a lot more than I thought, but then I kind of did more damage at EATALY because I have not been here in a hot minute. I think it's been over a year since I like actually no, I would like go in there, but I would just like get little things to eat. I haven't been there like during the holiday time in a really long time. The first one that caught my eye was this. I love this chocolate, and I did not know they had this is an advent calendar, right? I mean, look how pretty. First of all, we are like 15 days into December, but I honestly don't care. I'm gonna have so much fun eating this. It's so beautiful. But I gotta like get going because she's gonna be so mad at me. Oh my god, you guys, this is why you don't go anywhere with food, like grocery shopping or like anywhere with food hungry, because this is what happened. But luckily the total wasn't as much as I thought, so I was like, oh, like, is this my cart? I think I mainly bought all these like cookies and treats that I can like eat with coffee in the morning. Cappuccino. Look at all the layers. This isn't for me, but I mean, if you like stuff like this. Is this upside down? Yeah. Cream puff pastry kind of thing. Again, with coffee maybe. So I wanted to get my mom some coffee pods. Don't be mean. But Nespresso, you can just like get anywhere, you know? So when I saw this, I thought it'd be a little bit different. I mean, this, like, you get it at like Williams Sonoma all the time, but this one you don't see too often. So I'm excited to get these for her. And then, oh my god. So originally I saw this, like the actual size, but then at checkout next to all the coffee, I saw the mini one, which feels less daunting. I know this is not like the healthiest thing, and it's like covered in chocolate. It has chocolate inside, so I think like the mini size would be like a little bite size, you know? Oh my god, my all-time favorite. Do you guys remember this? Their tiramisu is beyond. It is so good. And if you have been following me for like years, I used to get their, is it the family size, family like platter size? It was this big, and I used to, oh my god, I gained so much weight from that thing. This is not healthy, and definitely not in the amount that I was like consuming. So today I just got like a tiny one, you know, tiny one, and this was packed today, so very fresh. Oh, and then something I normally don't get, but I have always wanted to get one of these. You see this all the time during the holidays, but this particular one is gluten-free, and it was 0 added sugar. I mean, it still has 13 grams of sugar, but it's 0 added. So I am almost done, Charlie. They had so many different kinds, like I think almost like 10, and I looked at the bottom of each and every one, and this was the only one with 0 added sugar. So decided to try this out. I don't know, were these all like hungry decisions? I feel like I should have started with EATALY first, because I went to this chocolate shop. Is it Latera? I always see it, and sometimes they would like give out samples, which is really good too. What happened to my sample chocolate? That was in the cart. Damn, I didn't get to eat it. But this place, they have like the chocolate barks. Last week or so, I saw someone, okay, like literally 2 minutes. I saw someone getting their chocolate bark, so I was like, okay, I think it's my sign to go. And honestly, they were so much more expensive than I thought. I got the Rocher. Is it Rocher or Rocher? It's supposed to be like a roasted almonds, they said. So I got half a pound of that. Yeah, it was like 0.555. And this is the raspberry blackberry one. I asked for a quarter pound. It was definitely over a quarter pound. It was a lot bigger than I thought and like bigger than I wanted. But you know, I didn't want to make it so like complicated. And what is she gonna do like after breaking off like an inch of it, you know? But anyways, she gave me the total and I was like, what? This was 50 bucks. Like, that was not what I had initially like planned, but I mean, they are very heavy. It's a pound, so it's pretty heavy. I think because it's getting cold or like colder, my body just like craves so much, and it's like the holidays, so wherever you go, it's like chocolate heaven. So it's like so hard for me to resist. Yeah, this was 50.17. It's okay, as long as I enjoy and eat all of them. Let's go eat. The soup base is here. We got the divider. Meat. My favorite fresh hand-pulled noodle. Today I got rice cakes. And then my favorite fish balls. Are you ready? Are you ready? I just threw an enoki, which was the last one I was waiting on. I am getting ready right now to go out, but I wanted to show you guys some new like makeup products. Oh, I forgot about this. The Diptyque holiday candle. I'm gonna burn this later on and maybe like talk a little bit more about that. But right now, this is the main thing that I want to talk about. I mentioned in my Wyoming vlog that I've been really enjoying this, but I have some thoughts and I wanna try applying this like in a different way today. Let me apply this first and see. And there's a reason why I'm mixing all of these. Really hope this works today. Did you guys finish your Christmas gift shopping? I still have like 1 or 2 things to pick up. Oh, so the full name is the Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation, and it has SPF 20. I ended up getting 2 different shades. The very first one, I went there like after sunset, so it was like so dark, and I hate like the yellow lighting inside the store. It looked fine like in that lighting, but when I came home and I tried it in the sun, it wasn't the right shade. It was like way too pink, and that was 110 Shell. So I had to pick up Creme 03. This looks way darker, right? So you guys know how much I love the Chanel water tint. If you guys like stuff like this, something that's like light to medium coverage with buildable coverage, because I really don't like full coverage, like where it looks like you're wearing a mask. I feel like that's kind of tacky, like it's not really my thing. Unlike the water tint like from Chanel, which I feel like has more coverage, the La Mer one, even if you were to cake on like 6 layers of this, it'll never give you like full coverage. But the problem that I've been like experiencing is that it clings onto like dry patches. So today I actually just skipped my moisturizer, because before I would do the Asian Nature Holy See powder with any serum and then go in with a moisturizer, and then that I think was like too heavy. Maybe it's just the moisturizer. So my concoction has been the La Mer foundation, Sturm Glow Drops, Asian Nature Holy Oil. It's like all busted, but I thought this would kind of prevent any like dry patches from like being shown. So here you go. This is the combination that I just put on. I mean, this is like a wet sponge, so it's not gonna like give you too much coverage either. But as you can see, like no matter how much I'm like piling on, it never looks too cakey, and it never gives you full coverage. You actually have to go in with a concealer. It might not be for everyone, but I actually do like that. I want my skin to like show through. This foundation, I would try to get it on some kind of sale. Like, to be honest, I can't say it's like worth the full price. I would still go with this, and it's also a very watery foundation, which is very good in terms of like how light it's going to feel on your face, and it's probably like more breathable for your skin. But to be honest, if I'm going somewhere a little bit more important, if I'm going out like New Year's, like whatever, I think I'm gonna stick with my Luminous Silk. I don't have to try so hard, like this hard, to make it work, and it's just a beautiful foundation. It just gets a little bit oily for me, like around the T-zone. Oh, and then another one I wanted to try with you guys. So this is the old one that I got. Healthy Glow Sheer Powder in number 30. And I feel like since then they have changed their like shade system, because I didn't see this one when I was picking this up. This one is B40. I basically wanted to get a slightly darker shade to use as a very natural bronzer, if I can get this out. This is N30 and B40 right here. And why does this look so much darker? If I go too heavy-handed, which I just did, it's gonna look too pink, so I have to like blend it out. Oh my god, but you guys, I love Chanel makeup like fragrance. It's so subtle, but it's just good. And this powder just smooths out your skin, which I love. Oh, do you guys like my shirt? It's a little souvenir. I was reading the comments yesterday. Quite a few of you asked me to do a comparison of the ski suits from my last trip, which I did not expect. I was like, wow, so many people are interested. So I had one from H&M, the brown one, and then one from Cordova. The more like way more expensive actually. But let me give you a little bit more like context and like background. I wore those ski suits for very different things on on different days. So I'm just gonna lay out all the details for you guys to choose and decide for yourself. So the H&M one I wore when I went dog sledding. And I think it was kind of like higher up in the mountains somewhere. And that day, like in terms of the weather, it was already snowing when I was going there. It just progressively snowed more and more and more. It was as like winter wonderland as it could get. And that day I was wearing the H&M ski suit, but I was also wearing a base layer. But it wasn't any like performance base layer. It was just like Lululemon, like leggings and long sleeve, like that kind of thing. And then I wore that puffer jacket on top from Fabrique. So I was inside the sled, and it's pretty cozy because it has kind of like a cover. Even though there were like 10 dogs pulling the sled, it wasn't that fast. It was maybe like 10-15 miles per hour. So I didn't feel cold for that reason. I was mainly cold on my hands. And then for the Cordova ski suit, I was also wearing a base layer, which was just like a Lululemon. I also had the mink headband to keep my head warm, which I think added a lot more like warmth. So at the resort, they had a separate lodge just for Amangani guests. So from there to get to the lift, there's like a slight uphill. I had to take off my skis, carry my skis, like go there. So doing all that like made me hot. So I had to actually take off my puffer, and I was skiing like that for a couple of hours. The very first round, I went all the way to the top, and I'm sure it's like a lot colder up there as well. So while I was skiing down, my body wasn't cold or anything, but it was my face. Like these winds, it wasn't like a breeze. It literally felt like knives coming at me. And both ski suits that I had have like a bit of like face covering. I just didn't want to go like this to like hide and like cover my face a little bit when I was like skiing. Like I just don't have like time for that. And then after skiing for a couple hours, I think it was around like 3 p.m. That's when it started to get a little bit colder. I could feel like the difference in the air. So I went back to the lodge to grab my puffer jacket. In terms of the price and price only, the H&M one is here. Cordova is like here. And if you're not in like the harshest like environment and like conditions, H&M will get the job done. And sometimes I actually prefer the way the H&M one felt, because the fabric itself is a lot like smoother, whereas Cordova is like rougher and like thicker. But in terms of the performance, I think Cordova is still a little bit better, I would say, because the exterior of the ski suit is just made differently. Like it is what it is. Let's say like you fall from like skiing or snowboarding, that will definitely keep you a bit like safer than the H&M one. H&M one is just like a little bit of warmth, but Cordova is definitely more performance. So I'll let you guys make the decision yourself. But just in terms of like how warm it was, I think they were pretty similar. So there you go. Yeah, I hope that was helpful, but just keep in mind, I do tend to get very cold very easily. You guys, I really have been looking for, maybe this is not a good idea. idea. I've been looking for a nice cream blush. That's why I'm thinking of like maybe popping into Sephora to see like what they might have. I haven't really found the one I like. I want something that's a little bit blurring, you know, like that won't highlight my pores. And lately I've been using like a lipstick to do it. Like this is the Tom Ford one, but that actually highlights some pores because it's kind of like a satin finish. So I'm trying the Hermes lipstick as a blush. How do we like this so far? I feel like it's a little too pink, you know? I'm eyeing on this one from YSL. I don't know if my Sephora will have it. Oh my god, you guys, this is my childhood. I got everyone around me hooked on this. Recently tried the matcha one, which was really good too. So let's do that. The original is always good, and I'm gonna try the chocolate one. My favorite. Can you tell what's my favorite mushroom? Oh my god, this is my childhood too. Hold on, I need to get one. I read a lot of his books, pretty much read like all of them. I love that one, but it's actually not my favorite. The most recent one I read was this, and I really like that one, but he came out with a new one. So I came to pick it up. It's quite thick. It's hardcover as well. This came out like last month, I think, so I'm so excited to read this. This was the first one I ever read, and I heard the most recent one is kind of related or like similar setting as this. She has to sit on me. So this is the blush I was eyeing on. So I tried two shades. This on one side of my face, and then this one. I thought this would be really dark, but actually this looks better on my skin. You guys, this blush actually has like a blurring effect. Like look. And Peachy Nude seemed a little too red. And this number 44, it's a little bit more cool tone. I was just gonna get Peachy Nude. Look at Charlie. I was just gonna get one, but it looked a little too red. So I think I'm just gonna get both and mix them. Hey guys, so I actually ended up not getting anything from Sephora because the line was way too long, because today, I think today is the last day of that have it all like 20% discount like sale thing, and I was like, am I really gonna stay in line? And she was like being so fidgety, and when I checked online they had both shades in stock, so I'm just gonna order it online. So it was number 44 and then number 37. Yeah, it's a shame. I just wanted to get one, but of course I have to like get two and mix them. But I really like the formula. I mean, I already had that Hermes lipstick on as a blush today, so it probably looks a little patchy. I thought I saw a corgi. But it really does have a blurring effect. So this is the YSL Make Me Blush 12-Hour Blurring Liquid Blush. And I really wanted some kind of like a liquid type. So it's a lot easier for me to like put it on my hand and then just like dab it on instead of like a pot system. That gets kind of dirty. So let's do this. The code is Have It All. I'm tired. Let's order this together before we go home. Oh, you guys, so I'm wearing that La Mer foundation, right? And they had a bunch of like lighting mirrors at Sephora, so I was able to see it, but honestly, like it still doesn't look as flawless as the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation does. So I don't know, like I feel like I shouldn't have to like try so hard to make it work, you know? And my camera is blinking, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!